Yo, what is up, guys? It is Justin back with a new trade recap for you guys. Today, again, we absolutely fucking killed it. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. Every single day, we have just been absolutely going crazy. I've had one red day in the last 21 or 22 days now. The Discord has been absolutely going crazy. Everybody is banking. I'll put a bunch of testimonials up on the screen right now before we get into all the trades that we took today. But we've been absolutely killing it. I'm up around 25K on the week. So we ended off the week really nicely this Friday. And let's jump in and talk about kind of my bias going into the day, what I was looking for, and the trades we ended up taking. So I actually took 3 trades today. I took 1 loss and then 2 winners. We'll go over all of them, talk about everything. So let's jump right in. So looking at NQ here, I know I have a lot of stuff already marked out on the screen just to get us ready for what we're talking about. But zooming out, it all is going to start with yesterday. So yesterday is really what set us up going into today. Now, going into today, I did expect to be bullish, and I was honestly expecting this big move up to buy side. And the reason is because yesterday we actually had the retracement that we wanted to see. That was honestly much needed for the market to then have this move higher. Again, the whole entire week we've been super bullish. We've been talking about the objective on NQ being that 469 external buy side level. So yesterday we came up, didn't end up taking it, but we did have that three push move, which was the 1, 2, 3, again failing to go higher. So we had that retracement back down. We sold off on ES. We ended up taking this external sell side level. If we zoom out to the 4-hour, we had a big 4-hour fair value gap here. We came down, we swept sell side and ended up forming an SMT. Looking at NQ, we were in a 4-hour fair value gap, but we were nowhere near taking out that sell side level down here. So that is super bullish to me. So at this point in time, when I woke up, I was waiting to see displacement to the upside. I was waiting to see whatever the internal structure is. And I was pretty bullish. I'm expecting a pretty straight move to the upside today, but I wasn't sure of it. So again, I need to wait and see what's going to happen. So market opens right here, and the first thing I'm watching for is, again, exactly what happened. Actually, let me get these lines off. Exactly what happened almost every single day this week. And it's not that I predicted that it was going to happen every single day this week. It's more of every single morning, it showed me that the exact same thing was going to happen, which was a lot of the times we will bounce off of some sort of imbalance, have a manipulation move to the downside, and then pump in the first 10, 15 minutes of the morning to the upside. So that was kind of the setup that I was looking for. So we had these 2 15-minute fair value gaps here. I don't know if we were going to come down and break through them. I didn't know if we were going to come down and bounce off of them. So I'm marking these out on my charts, just this 15-minute fair value gap, to see the reaction of this imbalance, right? Because again, the first thing that I would want to need on my model that I trade, my A plus setup, is number 1, I have the draw on liquidity being higher, right? We're bullish. Number 2, I want to see a rejection of a bigger time frame imbalance. So the bigger time frame imbalance I'm looking at here is the 15-minute. So this is when I zoom into the 1 minute. Actually zoom into the 15-second, even lower, get a better understanding of what price wants to do. And we end up right here coming down, sweeping the sell side level, right? Manipulation, sweeping the sell side, manipulating into the bigger time frame imbalance. When market opens, we get a big move out of the range. And I see that we end up holding this imbalance. So I end up taking a long right here. I jump in longs, and I'm looking to see this 4-hour fair value gap, which we have right here. So this was my first PT. Looking back, should I have left a runner? I could have. I didn't really need to, just because I took what I was confident in trading. But I absolutely could have left a runner. So the bias that I had here was, again, rejection of the bigger time frame imbalance. We've come down. We've now swept sell side. We get displacement to the upside. I'm waiting to see the first imbalance hold. Once we hold, I enter in, and I put my stop just a little bit too tight on this trade. And this was the first loss that I ended up taking. I entered in. Notice we came back up. Again, didn't take the high. Came back down, and then I ended up getting stop hunted. And then right when I realized that we were here, at the time, ES had really no correlation. ES was actually selling off to the downside. So what I was confident in is at the time here, if ES, I was expecting ES to come back into this breaker at the time. And when I zoom out to the 1 hour, I knew, and I was telling basically my chat that I'm expecting ES to come down and bounce off of this breaker to then, if ES bounces, NQ is so bullish. Because again, looking at the difference in price action, if I'm looking at the 15-second in the morning here, notice at the exact same time where ES is selling off here, NQ is having bullish action. We look like we want to break out to the upside. And again, which one do you think is gonna be more stronger? I'm not expecting NQ to reject and sell off in favor of ES. I'm expecting ES to bounce and then both go in favor of the external draw, right? The external draw is what I'm focused on. That is what's going to be the most of the time the deciding factor of where we're going to go. When ES and NQ aren't aligning, right? Because in the morning ES is selling off, NQ is having more bullish action. A lot of the times, what I'm looking for is, number one, I want to know if am I overall bullish or am I overall bearish, right? And today I'm overall bullish. The external draw is higher. So what I'm looking for is some sort of PD array or some area where ES or NQ, whichever the weaker one is, to bounce. Because once we come into that area, I'm expecting whatever the opposing indice is to most likely pump. And that was my bias. So we came down. I got stopped out here, but right when I saw an ES bounce off of this bigger time frame breaker, I immediately jumped back in long, and I knew that I most likely had gotten stop hunted. So I jumped back in long, put my stop at the low, and I looked to see the 4-hour imbalance. And then that was the first long that we took. So again, everything I needed to see. And what I want to talk about with this trade is we talk a lot about getting stopped out and re-entering off of certain trades and knowing when to re-enter, when to not re-enter. And one thing I want to cover with this is a lot of the time I think it takes more confidence and experience to be able to be okay with jumping in and jumping out. A lot of you guys are over trading and not having confidence in your bias. The difference between me getting stopped out and me jumping in is there's nothing that has invalidated my bias for this trade, right? I got stopped because I put my stop too tight, right? When I got stop hunted and then we displaced right back up, I know that we're still probably going to pump. I can absolutely re-enter that trade after realizing that I now have more data to give me confidence with this trade, right? So what I notice is right when I get stopped out, we get displacement. I enter back in, no hesitation. I know I got stop hunted. I still have conviction with the setup, and we end up running to that 4-hour. Again, we had a lot of room more to the upside. Absolutely could have left a runner. Just ended up not doing so on this trade because, again, I was taking what I was confident in, and I really don't need more, right? I don't need to catch a 60, a 70-point move. I really do not, and you don't either. You should not be trying to catch home runs. You should not be trying to catch massive moves like this. All I need is 25 points. 25 points is a great fucking move. And guess what? The great thing about trading is you're not going to see a clean 60, 100-point move every single day. You know what you will see every day, though? A good 20-point move, a good 10-point, good 5-point move. Every single day you will find those. So trading is infinitely scalable. You can always scale up. Contracts. I can make more money trading this setup right here than you can trading this setup. You want to know why? Because I have more size. Don't be focused on catching big moves. Focus on catching confident moves. So that was the first 2 trades that we took. After that, I was being very patient, and I wanted to see market kind of started to slow down at this time. So we had this. Let me get rid of this. We had this 15-minute imbalance that I was looking to start to see NQ form buy side of the curve. So NQ, or ES at the time, sorry. Let me pull up ES here. Ended up selling off to these equal lows. And at the time, me and Johnny were on live and talking about how I'm not looking to take any longs until these equal lows are taken. So I'm expecting ES to come down here, take these equal lows, and then form SMT at the low, which is exactly what we did. Equal lows here. ES ended up coming down, taking those equal lows. At the time, you can see that recent low on NQ here. Never ended up taking that recent low. So we now have an SMT. So now at this point in time, again, what am I looking to see here? There's no long here. There is no long here. You want to know why? There is no displacement. There's no imbalance, right? Now, a lot of people trying to enter too early here. Too early. There is not enough validation. There's no stop hunt, right? Again, we have one more low to take out this low before going higher. And ES objective was not taken yet. These equal lows have not been taken yet. I'm not looking to take any longs. You have to be aware of what ES draw is and NQ draw and wait for everything to align. Then, once we chop, again, I'm waiting for action to start to clean up. I don't care to enter anything yet. Boom. We get displacement up. We get market structure shift. This is how I know that buy side of the curve is now ready. We are now ready to move up. Everything that I've needed to see has now happened. Again, rejection of a bigger time frame imbalance, SMT on a bigger time frame, stop rate, displacement to the upside, imbalance to target an entry. Both the external draw and the internal draw are aligned, right? All of these things is what I need to catch a high quality A+ setup. So what do I wait for? Pull back to the imbalance, get a really nice entry. I end up entering another contract right here. And then we get a nice move up to buy side. And then I took off most of my contracts here. And then I took off another contract right around here. Now, you can see that the executions on this, I took both executions on both my accounts. So for this account, I took all off here. And then the rest of my accounts I took up here. I'll put the recording of the session at the end of the video too, if you guys want to watch the session. Or I'll put it at the beginning. I'm not sure yet. But and then, of course, again, ran to the external draw and just have been running ever since. And again, you absolutely could have left a runner today. The reason why I don't really leave a lot of strong runners is because I am focused on taking what I'm confident in. I'm not focused on making money. I'm focused on taking what I know the market is going to give me. And when I consistently do that day in and day out, I have small losses and my wins are always bigger than my losers. So ended the week off super strong. Today was a fucking great day. Once again, we are absolutely fucking killing it. I'm 25K up on the week. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. I'm hoping you guys got understanding out of why we took some of these trades today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get some rest. Enjoy your couple days off. I will see you guys next week. If you have any comments or questions, always make sure to leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe, like, put that notification bell on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.